We are back for the resolution of this latest battle. The players have finally quelled the issues that were going on in the village of Friedeken, or the town of Friedeken, and after a long, drawn-out combat, many of many of the inhabitants of the village were eradicated. Many faces, particularly to you, Gearfried, would be familiar, though upon careful observation, you notice that none of your family is here, nor do you see the corpse of your master. So, where we had left off in the last session was that Caius had been running a little bit of a muck. Players had been expended and drawing to their limits. Gearfried, you specifically heard Caius as before he had taken off, as he whispers in your ear with a menacing smile. The daughter has arrived. Whether she wishes to comply or not, sacrifices will arrive to undo the wrongs done eons ago. And he vanished. And it's at about this moment that we will begin. So, players,
So
how are you?
he
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
sorry, so he just teleported away.
Yeah, he faded away from your grasp.
Okay. And I guess one more question, just so I'm not like completely out of my reaction here. Is there still fighting going on?
No, all of the threats have been taken out.
Okay. Then Gearfried, having being like holding on to Caius and he vanishes, Gearfried is going to immediately uh shoot up about 10 feet in the air and just look around to make sure, or maybe 15 feet in the air, just to like make sure he's not like teleporting away somewhere like nearby. So the rest
Okay.
of you would all probably see Gearfried shoot up, trying to figure out where he went, if he went anywhere. A roll perception check. I assume he's just gone though.
Yep. Give me that perception check just to see generally what you see.
Okay. Perception roll. Nice.
With a 16, you would notice that as you fly up that 25 feet, you would see on the mountain ridges at least three individuals who spot you and fade into then shadows. Immediately, you can
Any?
tell that. Yep.
Oh, go on. Go on. Go on.
Immediately, you can tell that they are casters, as they are looking to over the situation. As for any information on Caius, you're not able to see him kind of bouncing around teleporting. You can assume that he's out of the scene completely.
And the casters that vanished. Any? Were they just like dudes in robes, or was there any identifiable, or were they too far away to
With your
see?
16, you've seen similar robes that they wore. You've crossed paths with them before. Not these individuals, but the type of robing that they're wearing. You'd be able to identify that they're from the Cult of the Emerald Claw.
The Emerald Claw. Okay. Shit. Uh, Gearfried is going to fly over towards wherever the biggest congregation of Dapper Dans are. So I assume kind of over here towards Fennec, Ceres's clone, and Zarya.
Alrighty. Now, I want us to take a brief moment just to give us a quick description on how your characters look, how each of your characters are looking at this moment. So, we'd like to start.
Ceres is probably looking very bedraggled and bloodied, as she has been bloodying herself to heal other members of the party, as well as partaking in the fight and shooting targets of opportunity. She's like breathing heavy, kind of mean and wary glint. Her situational awareness is very high right now. She looks very paranoid.
Understandably so. Probably goes along with the blood loss and everything else she's been processing.
Yeah.
How about who's next?
Zarya is hurt, but not. I don't think she was bloodied before. She's probably bloodied now, technically, because her hit point went up. But in the battle, she's not actually bloodied. Kind of huffing and puffing, coming down from like the adrenaline of battle, and kind of looking around because usually she would have spotted fucker. What is his name?
Guys,
Caius.
Caius. Yes. Normally she would have spotted Caius, but because she is exhausted, she did not. The homegirl doesn't even know that he was here.
It happens.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun when she realizes. So she's just kind of coming down from battle and just I think looking around immediately to like if there's anyone she can help, if there's anyone who's not dead.
I'd say, generally speaking, almost everybody around you is dead. At least 100 members of the town have been killed.
Okay, well, we saved some of them. Yay.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go. Gearfried, as he flies towards the others, he is looking relatively well. His armor absorbed most of the impacts that he took during the fight. There are some from the he's still only wearing half plate, so there are some exposed pieces or parts of his body where you can see like gashes and cuts, and he's bleeding a little bit. But he looks more worried than anything else. And as he's flying over towards you, he's also surveying all of the bodies he's flying by, just to make sure none of them are overly familiar.
With your 16, you would notice that, and I'm assuming you have lived in this town since you were a child, correct?
Yes, I grew up in kind of the portion of the town that's more inside of the mountain, the low rock district. So I didn't get out the outside very much, but I occasionally would stop over here for errands.
You would see that many of the individuals who would have been nice, giving the occasional free bread and kind word, and as you were working on your artifice, if you were working in town, you'd be getting compliments. Many of these lesser important faces in your life do stand out. Now, if you're a sentimental individual, they may stand out more. If you're more distant and more cold, it would not be as perceptible. So I'm going to leave that generalization to you. But, as said, what stands out most, though, is you do not see your parents, and you do not see your master.
Okay, so then, as Gearfried flies over towards the rest of everyone, you would probably see anyone with a passive of at least 13 would be able to notice Gearfried audibly sighing in a relieved kind of way. And also, Saris, you will, as Gearfried's flying back over to you, Cogfried is going to hop off Gearfried's shoulder and hop onto yours. And as he does so, I'm going to Cure Wounds you.
Okay.
Right.
So
As that's
Cogfried
happening,
hops on you, and you start feeling that kind of warmth of a healing spell.
And she's like, oh, get off.
Flies back onto me.
as that's happening, Levin or Fennec, who'd like to go next for your character's kind of current status?
Levin's pretty much doing mechanical motions at this point. Because there's an aftermath that has to be dealt with. So he's walking up to individual corpses, pulling bolts out, and collecting whatever he can. And
All right.
keeping an eye on, his head's on a swivel.
I'm going to say you're able to, in this instance, recover about 2/3 of your arrows, rather than half. And then how about Fennec?
Fennec's actually looking pretty good. Like at this point, he's like where he's still kind of perched up top on the roof. He's just kind of looking around, scanning, just making sure everything's down, kind of seeing where everybody else is. But like health wise, he's actually looking looking real good, actually.
And going based off of the last episode, Fennec believes that he scared off Caius, right? And he's riding off that high of being the Dragon Slayer, right? So like, he's got to be high on
I don't
life
think
right now.
I don't think he believes he scared him off because he wasn't near him at the end.
As you actually had hit
The
him
dragon
last
was-
before he. No, with Caius, he was the last person to hit Caius. In the last episode specifically,
right.
He turns
Okay, so yeah,
around and he had said,
Right.
"I guess he's scared of me."
yeah, he is. He's riding high right now.
For that, go ahead and watch the end of the last episode where you will be able to catch up on that. For now, though, you got to be riding high on life at least a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's in his mind, he's 2 for 2 on big bad kills right now.
100%, right?
So
Causality,
he
man.
can wait to get down and start bragging.
And it's at this point that you are all regrouped, or at least regrouped-ish. If you do want to come in later into the regrouping scene, you can. For instance, if you were collecting the arrows and it's not really feasible for you to be back yet, that's perfectly fine. But for those who are ready to regroup, let's begin.
I'd like to go around helping, doing medicine checks on those who are surviving and hurt. Because I do have a +4 to medicine.
All right, go ahead and give me a series of 3 medicine checks to start us off. 3 individual rolls.
Okay. Okay. And damn. Okay, so medium, good, not good.
2 individuals die after your tending. Not because of, but due to previous wounds. You are able to manage and stabilize 1.
Quick question.
Yes,
Zarya still has a level of exhaustion, correct?
she does.
Oh fuck!
And I forgot about that one.
What, teacher? Do we have homework? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's okay.
Reroll all of those
Got it.
for the disadvantage.
Gotta take.
Ugh.
You make
I-
choices.
You got to.
Let's go for the
Well,
first reroll.
okay, the useless
So-
got 20.
14 stands.
No! No! Not
All right,
the
so-
good one!
3 deaths now.
Well, let's see if I can
Well, the
fuck
last
up
one's gonna
even
die.
more and accidentally
Well,
kill somebody.
It can only be worse from that point.
Okay.
So
Actually,
ultimately,
DM, just to make things a little easier for Zarya, Gearfried's gonna burn. I think I have 2 flashes of genius left. I'm gonna burn a flash of genius on the 14 to make it a 19.
okay.
Thank you.
So one is we're back to the initial values. One is able
Yes.
to
There we
survive,
go.
and 2 still perish.
Gearfried walks up.
One.
That's a splint. You need a compression bandage.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The blood's coming out. You need to make it not come out.
But with that,
Um,
as you're regrouped, what would you like to do?
Gearfried will, as the group is returned, Gearfried's gonna look over his shoulder. Where did that the mechanical dragon land?
It didn't. It crash landed. So if you're talking about where did it
Yeah,
crash
sorry.
land, about here.
Gearfried can't move my character. Gearfried will kind of tap Fennec on the shoulder. He's gonna be like, you're free to come if you want to see something interesting, but I need to investigate. And Gearfried's going to very briskly walk over towards the mechanical dragon.
How how far is the mechanical from the green?
About 10 feet, 15 feet. It didn't move much
Okay.
after it got downed. Meaning the
Okay, so
dragon.
Fennec's gonna go. Yep, because you're gonna help me with something after. So let's go.
Of course.
And he's gonna he's gonna be on his broom of flying, like already going.
And Gearfried's just flying over too with his armor. What is, as we get over there, what's the look of the mechanical dragon? I know it's destroyed, but like, I can only assume the creator.
You would notice. What's your passive? Otherwise, give me a perception check.
My passive perception, not very high. It's 11.
Would you like to give me a perception check?
Sure.
Okay. Or an investigation, whichever you would like. And I will give you...
My investigation's higher. We'll keep the roll, which was a 7 plus 5 is 12.
13.
And
Yeah,
or,
12.
sorry, 13.
Sorry.
And yeah, 13. Wait, no, 7 plus
Nope,
5 is 13.
12. 12. I fucked up.
Right.
You were right. I was wrong.
I'm already bad at math. Can't do that to me.
Not worse. But with the 12, you are able to notice that the intricacy of the design of the dragon is beyond most artificers that you've seen. Meaning, like, each scale on the dragon itself is comprised of an individualized brass carved and honed piece. You would notice that there's individual rivets and joints and other contraptions that allowed the scales to move in a more natural way to allow for aerodynamics.
Gearfried will kneel towards it. Does anything about this look like at all... I don't want to say rushed, but it seemed like the dragon made very quick work of this thing. So I'm seeing if there's like any... Is there any obvious failure point, or like did the dragon just get a lucky shot at an exposed portion?
From the amount of wear and tear, you could assume that there were other threats than the dragon.
So clearly that was... I was getting worried that he lost his touch. And Gearfried's going to turn over towards Fennec, and he's going to be like, well, good news and bad news. My master's still alive, I think.
That's good, but what's the bad news?
That is the good and the bad news.
Oh, that he's alive?
Yeah, he's, well, I mean, it's really only bad news for me. I'm sure he'll be fine to the rest of you all, if and when you meet him, but, he is going to have a lot to say about all of this. We need to find someone in charge, or at least someone left. Anyway, what did you need my help with?
Well, I wanted to go take a look at that green dragon that yours personally, took down. And I want a souvenir of something. I Fennec killed a dragon, and I want it to be known.
I mean,
Nope. Just
I'm not
Pass
arguing.
me off.
You did land the killing blow. I'm not arguing that. But if we're claiming ownership via, not via, but if we're claiming ownership with how much was actually done, the forest, I think, deserves quite a bit of recognition because a series of bolts flew from beneath the canopy into that thing's chest.
just once, can you let me have something without
You landed the killing
Same.
blow. I'm not arguing that.
after you said that all of the forest, and he's going to air quote, did all the damage?
Which, if you guys are looking towards the green dragon, Levin's by its corpse, and you're seeing a small pile of bolts that have been stacked neatly next to it as he's continuing to unporcupine this thing.
Oh, I know. That's why Fennec looked at it and air quoted forest. Can't you just let me have this?
What part of the dragon do you want? I'll try to rip it out and put it on a necklace or something for you.
So, hear me out. I'm thinking you build this thing a mechanical heart and lungs and all that, and I ride it as a mount.
That sounds extraordinarily time-consuming and difficult to achieve. I'm not saying no, but I am saying not right now.
Okay, I'll take like a claw or a tooth or maybe some scales.
I mean, we should harvest this thing for all it's worth. It's
Can
a
we
dragon.
can we harvest the parts that aren't holy? And he's just gonna turn his head over shoulder to Levin.
Yeah, obviously, we'll try to grab the most pristine things, but honestly, this is secondary in the grand scheme of things. There is a lot of death here, and I need to make sure that some people aren't dead, or at least are gone.
There. And he was on the thing, so he wouldn't have seen you right away. Any sign of well, family?
No, thankfully. I did see, I mean, you hit him too, you saw him. Caius.
Yes.
He
The
was
guy
here.
I scared off.
Yes, I managed to grab onto him. I asked him about Mei. DM, remind me, what did he say?
Specifically, he said, "The daughter has arrived. Whether she wishes to comply or not, sacrifices will arrive to undo the wrongs done eons ago."
And Gearfried will relay that message. That's what he told me.
Oh. So we found Melee.
I think so. Saris!
Well, at this point, did Saris follow you? Because otherwise, you are not near her.
I'm calling out for her.
She's
She's across the
helping-
town.
Yeah, she's helping victims. Because I believe I actually have a native medicine check.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a series of 3 medicine checks. But yes, she is not within range for you to be able to relay any sorts of messages to her. So currently
How
it
many?
seems 3. It seems to be divided with Saris and Zarya helping to tend to whatever survivors might be there. Very nice. And you, Levin, and, or rather, Gearfried, Levin, and Fennec by the dragon.
27, 28, and 24.
You are able to help. Not that there's many survivors, just to be able to find 3 in this mess is quite astounding.
She is working with a sort of manic desperation just to like save any lives she can. And there is a haunted look on her face as she's like, nope, you don't die today. You don't die today. No one's dying today. No one's dying ever again.
Now, mind you, you do also look quite terrifying, being covered in blood with this manic expression I'm assuming you're wearing.
Oh yeah, no, she is probably.
So you are probably quite intimidating at this point on top of everything else. No, I'm not having you roll an intimidation check.
Oh, disappointing.
Unless you want
succeed
to.
automatically.
If you want to, I'll have you roll, but other than that, you're just quite terrifying.
That is kind of her thing. So yeah, I mean, I'll just let it stand as is. I don't have to roll. People can make their decisions just on the situation.
But with that, after about a half hour or so, for you who are carving pieces out of this dragon, go ahead and give me a second.
Nature?
Either a medicine or a nature check.
+0, +0. We're gonna go. Would we say Fennec's more intelligent or wisdomous?
That's a tough call.
Wise is not a word I would use to describe Fennec.
So he's intelligent.
I mean, he
Sure.
grew up in the library. I assume he
Say
learned
that
to
either.
read.
He
I
has.
mean,
a
they're
grade.
both +0s. So
Are
14.
they both the exact same score?
yeah, they're both +0.
Well, no. Are they both like 10s or 11s?
They're tens, both.
I have one more flash of genius. I'm not using it on this.
That's fair. You'll be able to get a couple of teeth and a couple of
That is-
claws.
Understandable. Yeah,
So,
Sarah's his
all in
passive
all-
perception is 10.
All in all, you were able to get 3 claws and 3 teeth easily. Anything harder than that, or more within depth, you would not be able to get.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Here.
I need a custom inventory. Add custom.
Gearfried is going, as Fennec is depositing the items into his inventory, Gearfried's going to fly out looking for Zarya and Saris and anyone still alive.
Able to eventually come across Zarya surrounded by dying people and Saris surrounded by the living.
Oh,
sorry.
that's so dark.
Yeah, that's
DM, how many of each? Sorry.
3 of each.
Okay. 3 claw, 3 teeth.
Yes, sir.
Gearfried touches down next to Saris, and as he lands, he says, Saris, we've got
What?
some, she's alive.
Yes, no, I just saved her. You good observation.
No, your bodyguard.
What? Looks over at like Zarya. Yeah.
The one that was taken.
Oh. Oh.
She's still alive,
Well-
I think.
Her face just becomes sort of an impassive mask. It's like, well, good for her.
What do you mean good for her? I thought you'd be thrilled.
I am. I'm glad she's not dead.
Okay, well, I was expecting a larger reaction, but we can at least look for them now. Caius, he was here. He's the one that told me. I asked him about her, and he said that, and then I'll relay the message because I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Mhm.
I think Zarya's like in the middle of helping somebody and just fully goes, "Motherfucker, what?
Yeah. Took him.
He was here.
He teleported away. I got
I
some height.
scared him.
and-
What the fuck?" She just starts cussing and Goliath.
I got some height. There were casters. They were on the edge, and Gearfried's going to point towards the mountain. They were over there atop a ledge, watching. They teleported away the moment I saw them too.
Oh, fucking. Should have fucking spotted them. Fuck.
Sorry, I get it. I want to commit regicide more than the next guy, but right now we have bigger things to deal with. Saris, how many more do you think are able to?
It's like
everything
I can keep
to-
going until there's no hope, but there will. She kind of gestures around. I don't want the choice.
Gearfried will then approach any of the living people. Are they up in Adam, or are they just up, like stabilized?
Stabilized.
Shit. Okay, then.
Are there
Gearfried
any
will-
like not injured or not completely down conscious
No.
people? No.
No. So, for hindsight,
okay,
this village, this town has been getting attacked for an hour at least before you guys got there.
This was a
Oh.
massacre.
This is where I say hundreds are dead. And now, mind you, the population of this people in Gearfried, you would know this is 500. There's at least 150 to 200 people strewn about this town.
Oh. So not everyone.
Not everybody, just a very large portion.
Look, there's a
Tell us.
wonderful quote from Mass Effect that's like the Turians, as long as one Turian is alive, then we did our jobs and we succeeded. I think Zarya is taking that mindset of like, if at least one person survived out of this, we didn't fail.
Small victories.
You
I
can't
got
save
you.
everyone. Yeah.
So, yep. It is
I
this.
don't
The
have any
population of this
feeling.
town is reduced by pretty much half.
Yep.
So
Does
they're not
anyone
decimated.
else-
Not decimated, just mortally wounded.
Well, decimated is 1 in 10. This is worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay,
is,
so I'm I stand
massacred.
corrected.
I think Zarya just like realizes something and just like, wait, shit. This is your hometown.
It is.
Well, if you have healing spells, they're going to be very happy to see you. Get to work.
We'll get into emotional shit later. Do you know do you recognize anyone that would be good to get up immediately to help us?
No one
As-
is currently down.
You say that you are
Well,
going to be.
I mean,
Sorry, let me interrupt for a moment. As this is going on, you are going to see a series of 6 automatons moving in 2 sets of single file lines. They're going to be more towards the outskirts, and you are going to see them collecting the dead.
Gearfried is going to fly over to one. And
Hold
as
on.
he rushes over to one, do they acknowledge him as he, approaches?
They do not acknowledge. They are doing their programming.
Gearfried will, as he flies over, he's going to shout in Dwarvish. He's going to shout, override initial protocol. Where do you make birth?
You're going to notice that this automaton. How loud are you saying it? Are you saying it loud enough that you're going to capture the attention of multiple or just a single?
I'm trying to say it loud enough and enough like Galahad to maybe try and get it to acknowledge me in some way. That's why I'm speaking Dwarvish.
You're going to notice it begins to have. I'm going to use the term conflict of interest at this point. You notice that it continues to bounce between reacting to your voice and continuing with its objective. It's as if you have just thrown a monkey wrench into its programming.
And sorry, just real quick. Birth. It's in this context BERTH, which is where you put a ship for port.
Oh.
Yeah. Then
Okay, I thought you were
Gearfried
talking
will.
about where you made or something. It was like,
Same thing.
Yeah.
Gearfried will then say, continue procedure, and then he's going to turn back to anyone who followed him. He goes, okay, so my master is alive. There's that.
those
Oh,
are
just
his
clean off.
machines?
Yeah, these are, well, they may look
More than-
impressive. They're not all that. He's made, and Gearfried's going to gesture over towards the destroyed mechanical dragon. He's made much more impressive feats, but these are made for body retrieval. They've got one purpose. They're not going to be much help beyond it.
Okay, do you know where your master is?
Probably in his lab.
Okay, where's
in the-
that?
It's in the mountain. It's not far from here,
Oh.
obviously. And Gearfried's going to motion towards the... you'll notice that, the town kind of extends towards the open mouth of what looks like a giant cave, but it's a dwarven city, mostly within the mountain. Dwarven town, rather. And
Oh,
are there other robots coming from within the the mountain?
Currently, it's just the 6. With some observations from what you would have seen on the battlefield, you would notice that a large quantity of his higher quality mechanisms have already been destroyed. in an effort to protect whoever stayed behind.
We should talk to him.
Does it
If there's-
look like there's more fighting over that way?
No, there's no sounds of combat currently.
Are there sounds of any kind?
You hear the automatons moving, picking up bodies, putting them down. You'll see a growing line of corpses around where the village edges are. Other than that, no, there is no combat. It's just whatever is around is what's he has left at this time. All of his good shit's been destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, like, does it sound like there are any survivors over that way?
No. Well, not that you know. You're still in the town. From what you know, there's nothing outside of what was saved currently. Which was 3.
Saris is going around, still looking for more people to like see if she can save anyone else.
Unfortunately not.
I have. Wait, I probably don't have because I never prepare it. I don't. Fuck. Never mind. Well, that's not an option for me then.
So with stabilized, they're not making death throws. They're just like
They're unconscious.
unconscious and they'll wake up after a while, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like we don't need to. We've stabilized them. We don't need to do anything else. They'll come to on their own.
In theory, unless anything happens. Yep.
Oh god. Okay. Should we bring them
I
with
mean,
us?
Town
The
is
car-
ripe
the
for a
car-
meteor storm.
Carpe Diem was made to carry large loads. We can load them into the car.
Okay.
Gearfeed will help.
Alrighty. So as you begin to load these bodies into the car, whoever's helping, give me a strength check. Unless you're a Goliath, because then you could just push and pull this shit done.
Well, do I need to
Strength
roll
or-
a strength check because I'm exhausted?
No, even go ahead.
Do I
At
do it
disadvantage.
at disadvantage, or is the fact that I'm doing it?
Nope, you're at disadvantage. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a weird interaction because exhaustion changes that to disadvantage, but it doesn't change your carrying capacity.
Yeah, we're just
What's
gonna
that
let the
mean?
rolls. We're gonna
Oh,
let the
there it
rolls tell the story. All right, what do we got?
Yeah.
So, you find yourself oddly struggling. You're able to still push and pull, but you're really drained, more so than you may have remembered. At least, not since the immediate events after the incident.
I need a fucking drink. I'll just struggle through my work. Help as best I can.
Alrighty. How about for the rest of you? Are you helping? Or are they fending for themselves, sir?
Saris will help.
Oh yeah, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, Fennec will
On
help.
11.
Alright.
Yeah,
With the
Levin
12, and-
is basically walking around doing triage, so it's if he's not pulling bodies in to line them up like Cord would, he's just walking around and assessing.
What kind of check would you need?
strength.
Huh.
Saris is going around and just sort of giving last rites to all the dead.
Noted.
Way to piss off deities.
All right, an 8 for Fennec on the strength.
Okay.
She's trying to
Fennec,
make it
Wait, but-
general. She knows these people probably didn't worship her god. She's just trying to give
Go
them
ahead.
their time to the afterlife.
give me a
I
religion
just figured
check.
Saris would be spiteful.
Fennec,
Ooh.
you are not helpful in this case at all.
Oh, I was really hoping you said I was the religion check because that can do something.
Well, unless you're going to help Saris give last rites to people?
Am
Gearfried
I
would
moving the religion check?
Yes, please.
Oh,
would Gearfried be able to help? I feel like being from here, I might know the.
Well, it depends on what you're doing
Also,
during this
Fennec,
time. Are you loading up bodies, or are you
You
doing
managed
last
to roll
rites?
better than the literal.
Well,
Goliath,
I was loading up
so-
bodies, yeah.
So
I thought Sarah was
ultimately,
also loading up bodies.
well, that's where she had said that she was going to give last rites. Am I correct?
yes. She's just kind of going through the. She like brought some bodies over, and then she just kind of looked at all the dead and started like putting them in a more respectful posture, and making sure their eyes are closed and giving them little small prayers. Ease them
Gearfried
on to the
will
next life.
Gearfried will like slowly walk over towards Saris. The moment she starts doing it to one of the dwarves, because it's mostly short folk here, Gearfried's gonna lean over and just say very quietly, I can't say for everyone, but most of the dwarvish population here worship Onatar.
Duly noted. And did you want me to roll advantage or just straight?
Just advantage.
Okay. This will be great. Doesn't know a lot about Onatar.
But with that, you are still able to perform a respectable neutral rite.
Okay. Yeah, that's more what she was aiming for.
And with that, you would also have kind of Gearfried in the background saying whatever prayer he might know from what he would have learned while he lived there.
Gearfried's like a holiday Onatarian, so like,
Of course he is.
not.
So imagine if this
I can roll religion.
celebrate this.
You want me to roll a religion check, DM?
I figured you were helping her with that, which is why
oh,
she
yeah,
had gotten the
yeah,
advantage. So
Yeah.
unless you want to
No,
further perform rites, okay.
No. Just
With that, about how much time are you guys going to be putting into this as the automatons are loading the bodies to the side?
Assuming Ceres is, making this quick, each person takes about 10 minutes times, what'd you say, 150?
Hundreds. So a town of 500 reduced in half, you're looking at least 250 people.
She will
Yeah,
keep
but
going
we
until
still
she
have the
passes out.
automatons also doing the work, so she wouldn't
Yes.
be doing all of them.
So we'll say about
Just
100.
going down the line.
Yep.
Yeah.
So even then, 10 times 100, that's...
We'll
10
take
minutes.
1,000 minutes divided by 60.
Yep, I don't want to do that math. So, yeah, you're going to be putting a couple of hours into it.
More than
Easily.
a couple, but yeah.
Easily.
25 hours if you really want to push that.
Saris, there's too many.
Oh, God.
Now, this is... It needs to be done.
It needs to be done, but not by you. Not necessarily. We don't know how many
Yeah, what-
people are still... Look, we don't know how many people are still alive. Friedekin has religious institutions. There are at least 2 churches here that I know of.
And
Maybe
I see
some of them
no
are still
one
alive and they can...
Yeah.
They might still be cowering inside.
Well, then you go fetch them. I'll be yeah.
I need to have a chat with someone anyway. Gearfried's going to turn around to the rest of the group and say, how many of you want to meet an angry dwarf?
Fennec's hand shoots up. Pre-angry, or am I gonna anger him?
It's
Them.
It's his default setting.
So I have a high chance of really pissing somebody off.
Only if you fuck with his creations. I know it'll be hard for you. Just keep your hands to yourself.
I think I can manage that.
And
I feel like you need a deception check for that statement. But, continuing. Oh, I wasn't actually asking. Okay. I wasn't actually asking for one.
Well, it's on the table and it's staying.
You know,
Speak his name and he shall appear before you.
I'm giving you an inspiration for that. You rolled with it. I love it.
And it was a nat 20.
And it was a nat 20, but you're only getting one inspiration, not two. Sorry.
Well,
We're
that's
not
fine.
we're not doubling that dice roll.
Nope. I feel like at this point, in Fennec and Gearfried's friendship, even a nat 20, Gearfried would be like, "Nope, don't believe it."
You seem genuine. I don't believe you.
That's how you know he's lying. He's honest.
I was gonna say with Gearfried, the higher the roll, it's almost reversed.
Oh. All right. Well, Saris is going to be here for a while. See if we can't find any survivors that might be able to help her out. Come on.
Before they walk off, Fennec is gonna go over to Saris, genuinely, and just kind of place like a hand on her shoulder. I'm assuming if she's working on people, he can actually reach her shoulder.
He'd be able to.
You okay?
Saris. Saris.
I was muted. I was.
Haha.
She
Here, I
looks
thought
at
she was
Fennec.
ignoring you.
I was gonna say, I take that silence as a no.
She just kind of
He's
like
not
she doesn't
asking
really
for
turn. She doesn't turn her head, but she's like, "No, I'm fine. I've never been better. This is where I belong."
If you say so, and then he's gonna start turning us. Just remember, we need you to. You're doing the right thing, but don't kill yourself in the process.
What? Me? Die? I wouldn't be able to live in the misery that remains in my wake.
I know, but we need you around. But you're doing a good thing for these people, but you don't have to do it all. And he's just gonna walk. He's gonna catch up to Gearfried.
Cyrus goes back to last rites.
Would anyone like to join me and Fennec?
Or so as witnesses.
Where are y'all going?
Piss off a
Going
dwarf.
ahead.
Look between y'all going to the next objective. Look at Saris clearly going through something. I'll stay behind and look after.
And Gearfried will continue on with Fennec to the gate that leads over, like the mouth of the cave where it transitions into the Low Rock District.
All right. Levin, what would you be doing before we start drifting over?
Levin would be staying behind. He feels more useful in this area. The other two
Right.
guys, they can have their comedy routine.
Fair enough. As you start entering the lower district, or the district you had mentioned, you notice that there are large iron gates that have been erected out of almost seamlessly nowhere. They weren't there the last time you were there, and they're blocking not only the workshop, but the entire neighborhood itself.
Gearfried will walk over to where the cave system that leads to the neighborhood. He's going to walk up to it and bang loudly 3 times, and in Dwarvish he's going to shout, "Is anyone in there still alive?"
Before you even say a word, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit. Damn it, Galahad. Dex is up here. I want saving throws. There we go. Still +2. 16. Not bad.
With a 16, you notice that you're able to just move your head in time as basically a spike kind of protrudes for a split second before shooting straight past your ear. You hear the as it whistles by.
It's easy, are you? Gearfried will step a few paces backwards, still maintaining eye contact with the wall to make sure no other traps are about to be set off. And when he's like outside the range of where that spike hit, he's going to turn back around to Fennec, and he is going to say, "All right, well, apparently these doors are booby-trapped."
You don't say, and he's just gonna kind of like the thing.
Fennec, for comedic sake, the spike is like 3 feet over your head.
So he'll jump.
Purely comedic. You are in no danger whatsoever. It's just as he turns around, like you're just like, yeah, you don't say as you're looking up at it.
You don't, yeah. Clearly, and for taller folk.
Well, I mean, might be expecting it, considering that this is the... I guess that would make sense, too.
Or he designed it so he could walk safely while these things were going off.
Most of the town would be able to walk safely. If you hadn't noticed, it's mostly short folk out there.
Alright, you got me there.
Gearfried will, looking... How many of these gates did you say are currently erected that are blocking our...
Currently,
Or
it's just
entrances.
2 large gates that you can see. And it looks as if they are molded into the mountain that frames the tunnels.
Does it look like there's any kind of surveillance system in place? Is there any kind of, like, arcane eye or magic punk security camera or something that Gala had set up?
Give me a perception check.
Perception 13.
You would notice a single arcane eye at the very top.
Gearfried will fly upwards towards it, and once he is level with it, he is going to pop his helmet off because he's currently got his helmet of whatever the fuck, the one that lets me make my face not noticeable. He's going to use a bonus action to undo that so it like retracts back into his armor. So now his face is currently shown. His fiery hair also shown. And he's going to point at himself, and then he's going to point at the arcane eye. And then he's going to descend. And he's going to look at Fennec and be like, well, if he's watching, I doubt he'll mistake me for anybody else.
You're gonna hear a voice echo in your head, and you're the only one hearing this. Oh boy! You can't be my disciple. You wouldn't dress like such a nerd.
Fennec just kind of laughs.
Fennec, you do not hear this. This is purely in Gearfried's head.
Never mind.
Gearfried is his message.
Yep.
Gearfried responds, all due respect, Master. Jokes can wait for later. Please open the door. Countless dead are outside.
You're going to hear as the outdoors begin to spread. Before you have a chance to start walking in, though, you are going to see a wizened old dwarf with a walking stick making his way out. Boy, oh, you think I don't know that there's copious of dead. You know the
Fennec,
townsfolk. Many of them wouldn't fucking listen. No, don't
Fennec,
listen
you
to
will
me.
notice that Gearfried is for the first time since you've met Gearfried, really. He is taking a completely sort of like submissive kind of demeanor. Like he is not being sarcastic or jokey or brash or anything. He is acting like this guy has authority over him.
Okay.
So he is currently the moment the door opened and Galahad started walking out, Gearfried like immediately got onto one knee, head bowed slightly, like looking up towards Galahad as he's approaching.
Okay. Okay. That's different. Never seen you like this.
Up, up. Let me have a look at you. Despite the tragedy, I need to see what type of shit my disciple decides to work on. You're going to notice that he seems to just be eyeing every single piece of your armor.
Gearfried stands up. Cogfried pops up on his shoulder.
Oh, isn't that adorable? And he's going to look at Cogfried and he's going to just hold up his arm.
Cogfried flies over.
And scooping over, Fennec, you're going to notice that despite how he talks to Gearfried, he's going to look at the little dragon. Ah, you're an adorable creation. But my disciple needs more work. The detail here is terrible. You call yourself an artist. You are quite a lovely piece of art, though. Go ahead. And he's going to gently kind of motion for the dragon to take flight. You're slacking on your details there.
Of course, Master, though generating income to work in a manner that would allow me to focus on such things has not been easy since I've left.
I've spoiled you, that's what that tells me. You can't think well enough on your feet.
You specifically told me not to rely on favors or family. As such, I've not asked my family for any of their income generated from their endeavors. This has been purely on my own merit. And also not the most of what I've been doing. Don't get me wrong, I'm proud of my creations, but currently Magnus Opus, or what will be the Magnus Opus, or one of them, is currently being loaded with the bodies of our neighbors.
And you're going to see his face for a moment. And Gearfried specifically, this is more meaningful for you. Because as Scrooge-like or stoic as he might be, you see for at least several seconds genuine feeling of loss that his creations weren't able to defend the entirety of the city or the town.
We arrived as the army was recruiting. We actually arrived just in time to see your draconic unit. It was taken down by a green dragon. My friends and I managed to avenge it for you.
Unfortunately, there were a couple of light demons that attacked first. Barely gave us a chance to move.
When
I
did
got
this all
Huakin
happen?
out. I would say about 2 hours, hour and a half. They came on us like a flash, appearing from nowhere. I happened to be
And there was-
shopping. It's the only reason why I was able to see the city, or the town.
There was no warning? The king didn't say he was recruiting?
the king.
We came from
Who you
Came from the
saw
north.
wasn't the king, you fool. The king sits proudly on his throne. What you saw was his bastard of a father. Grandfather. Whatever. And he's gonna spit on the ground. Damn vampire.
Yeah, we've had a few run-ins with him at this point. He actually made off with a friend of ours. Which reminds me, is your lab... is it warded against prying eyes? I don't mean to alarm you, but the last few days we've had a eavesdropper checking in on us.
It is, of
There's no
course,
telling if they're watching now.
warded within reason. Are there forces that could break my wards? Of course, I'm not the most powerful of spellcasters. I'm an artificer. But it's at least basically warded.
We may want to continue the conversation there.
Well, if you must, let's go. These gates shouldn't stay open in case they attack again. At least we can save who's here.
Our ally, three of them, are still outside. They're tending to and taking stock of the dead. One of them is a religious individual. They're performing last rites on those who have passed, but there's hundreds out there, Master.
Gearfried, do you know the messaging spell?
I don't.
He is going to hand you a spell of scroll of messaging, assuming you don't know it. He just assumes you don't know how to do things.
Yeah.
Well,
Tracks.
wrangle who you must, and so help me if you bring a traitor into my ranks. I will be sure to make sure you regret it.
Would not dream of it, Master. And Gearfried's going to pop the scroll, and he's going to message Saris. No, he's going to message Levin. He's going to
Message is
say,
120 feet.
"Oh, it's 120 feet."
Yep,
You mean
he's
sending?
sending.
Well, ultimately, he's using it as a means of contacting him when you get back.
Oh, I see.
So that you don't have to, go through the booby traps again.
Right.
And without even another word, he's going to turn and start heading back in between the gates.
All right. We'll gather them. We'll be back in a few moments. Come on, Fennec.
I'm coming.
And we're going.
It was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you as well, young one.
And for what it's worth, I understand you're the master of your craft and everything, but his inventions have gotten us out of many a situation, and he did it on the fly and under unprecedented circumstances. But I thought I'd pass that on, that your work, your passion with him has shown.
I appreciate your input, young one. But those traits that you speak of should be the bare minimum of a skilled artificer. If you can't think on your feet in the heat of the moment, then you're not good for me. If he couldn't do that, then I failed him as a teacher. But,
Well,
as he knows, the goal of it, and you're going to notice that his voice becomes more gruff as his attention becomes focused on Gearfried. The goal of a student is to surpass the master. And at this point, he has to train for another century till he gets to my level.
But only
But
just to impress you.
He's got the potential. And Gearfried, you would notice that is one of the first few times that he's complimented you in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, Gearfried's a little bit shocked at that, and yeah, he's going to like just kind of like sort of like anxiously like tug on Fennec's suit and just be like, Fennec, I appreciate it. Please, we should let's go.
Stop talking. All right. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I wish it was under better circumstances than outside.
Be safe. And that's all he says as the gates begin to close.
And as they step outside, Fennec's gonna look at Giffrey. Well, I think that went rather well. And I didn't piss him off.
You didn't. That was
Progress.
yeah. I've never. That was different.
All right. Well, I say celebration is in order. Let's find the tavern, and I'll have a drink on you.
Giffrey points to a destroyed building. That was the tavern. We need to gather the others. If for any other reason, Saris can perform her last rites indoors. There's no telling if the army's coming back, or if they're going to send reinforcements.
You think she's okay?
I've never thought that for not even a minute.
Okay. Should we be worried about her?
Again, not something that's really crossed my mind.
I got nothing else after that.
As a friend, I have concerns. She is resilient, though.
Yes, she is. And persistent. And determined and scary and horrifying, and you get the idea.
There are lots of words that describe Saris. Charitable is not one I'd usually think of, which is what has me so put off at the moment. Because this seems like a very giving sort of... Might be a few things we need to learn about her still. And as we approach Saris giving rites, Gearfried will say, if I might interrupt for a moment, we have access inside. We just met up with my master. His retrieval units are going to be ferrying the bodies inside. I'm not saying don't perform these rites, Saris, but I am saying that it is likely safer to do so in a place where the bodies can be brought, and also that is not readily accessible to an undead horde of Karnathi soldiers.
No, Gearfried, do keep in mind, no, he did not say he was bringing them inside. They're just lining them up to be buried.
Oh, I thought that's what the units are for.
Nope, so I will allow that small bit of retcon.
Sorry. Yeah, I could just say I'll convince him to bring him inside.
Okay.
But point is, your last rites are better served where you're not going to be attacked. I think, at least.
We run them off. I'm pretty sure I'm as safe as I've ever been.
I'm sure you will be safer behind 8 feet of steel wall with retractable spikes.
Oddly specific.
Yeah.
Why
Just-
retractable spikes? That sounds grossly impractical.
Tall
What if
folk
they
don't
get
see it
stuck?
coming.
So they're a one-off. Got it.
I'm sure he's got some sort of weapon of incredible destruction hidden somewhere in there as well.
He duly noted.
Yes, the he in question is the dwarf that made me the artificer you see today. His name is Galahad Graveheel, and he is an acquired taste.
I know where to lodge my complaints then.
I'm certain he'll take them.
Is he in charge of the village?
No,
As she stands up and kind of looks around.
he's not elected or anything, but he is a I guess you'd call him a de facto defense contractor. Kind of took it upon himself
Oh.
to build up defenses outside the city, outside the town.
Looks around the
And they-
village. May want to revote on that one.
That's where you might be wrong. According to what he said, he sent out a lot of his heavy hitters, which means that they sent some pretty
And all
significant
his work
forces.
merited. And all that got half the village dead. I don't know if I call this a success.
I am never one to let Galahad be over braggartly. I don't think he let half the village die. I think he saved it. I think
Matter
that
of
we're not
perspective.
free to bring that up with him, but you're gonna be the one suffering that tongue lashing.
Oh no, a tongue lashing. My terrible feelings will be hurt. I might cry.
Theris, I'm serious. Galahad has an uncanny ability to target your biggest insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
It's some sort of insane natural talent of his. It's like he'll just get to the thing that you know you're insecure about, but haven't told anyone, and he will just nail down on it.
Oh, good. I look forward to hearing this.
Oh, God.
Anyway, let's go meet this Sir Galahad.
It's just Galahad.
Let's go meet this incompetent Galahad.
Gearfried is going to how long does this last? Let me double check this. Yeah, Gearfried is going to when she says incompetent Galahad, Gearfried is going to push a button on one of his gauntlets, and his defensive field is going to pop up, giving him 12 temporary hit points. Yeah, let's go meet Galahad.
Where's Levin?
Levin's been basically pulling bodies into positions to then be further processed by either the automatons or by Ceres for last rites.
Oh, there he is. All right, Ceres.
He's been quiet the entire time.
Oh, there you are. You're so quiet. All right, Levin. I guess it's time to head in, so that wiser heads may prevail.
All right.
On that note, we are going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we will be right back.
Hey there, adventurers! While we take a quick break, let's talk about the epic journeys happening right here on Players of the Realms. Dive into the thrilling world of Dawn of the New Era, where the Dapper Dans navigate a realm of intrigue and danger. Or join the Sun-Veiled Pirates as they chart their course in Legend of the Grand Line. And don't miss our playtest campaign, Allegesia, Birth of the New Riders, where Dragon Riders rise and legends are forged. Love what you're hearing? You can catch all our audio adventures on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Spotify. And if you want to show some extra love, check out our merch. We've got awesome designs waiting for you on our website and Etsy store. Every bit of support helps us keep the dice rolling, the stories flowing, and the adventures coming your way. Thanks for being part of the journey. Hey there, adventurers! While we take a quick break, let's talk about the epic journeys happening right here on Players of the Realms. Dive into the thrilling world of Dawn of the New Era, where the Dapper Dans navigate a realm of intrigue and danger. Or join the Sun-Veiled Pirates as they chart their course in Legend of the Grand Line. And don't miss our playtest campaign, Allegezia, Birth of the New Riders, where Dragon Riders rise and legends are forged. Love what you're hearing? You can catch all our audio adventures on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Spotify. And if you want to show some extra love, check out our merch. We've got awesome designs waiting for you on our website and Etsy store. Every bit of support helps us keep the dice rolling, the stories flowing, and the adventures coming your way. Thanks for being part of the journey. Hey there, adventurers! While we take a quick break, let's talk about the epic journeys happening right here on Players of the Realms. Dive into the thrilling world of Dawn of the New Era, where the Dapper Dans navigate a realm of intrigue and danger. Or join the Sun-Veiled Pirates as they chart their course in Legend of the Grand Line. And don't miss our playtest campaign, Allegezia, Birth of the New Riders, where Dragon Riders rise and legends are forged. Love what you're hearing? You can catch all our audio adventures on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Spotify. And if you want to show some extra love, check out our merch. We've got awesome designs waiting for you on our website and Etsy store. Every bit of support helps us keep the dice rolling, the stories flowing, and the adventures coming your way. Thanks for being part of the journey. Hey there, adventurers! While we take a quick break, let's talk about the epic journeys happening right here on Players of the Realms. Dive into the thrilling world of Dawn of the New Era, where the Dapper Dans navigate a realm of intrigue and danger. Or join the Sun-Veiled Pirates as they chart their course in Legend of the Grand Line. And don't miss our playtest campaign, Allegezia, Birth of the New Riders, where Dragon Riders rise and legends are forged. Love what you're hearing? You can catch all our audio adventures on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Spotify. And if you want to show some extra love, check out our merch. We've got awesome designs waiting for you on our website and Etsy store. Every bit of support helps us keep the dice rolling, the stories flowing, and the adventures coming your way. Thanks for being part of the journey. Hey there, adventurers! While we take a quick break, let's talk about the epic journeys happening right here on Players of the Realms. Dive into the thrilling world of Dawn of the New Era, where the Dapper Dans navigate a realm of intrigue and danger. Or join the Sun-Veiled Pirates as they chart their course in Legend of the Grand Line. And don't miss our playtest campaign, Allegesia, Birth of the New Riders, where Dragon Riders rise and legends are forged. Love what you're hearing? You can catch all our audio adventures on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music and Spotify. And if you want to show some extra love, check out our merch. We've got awesome
Everyone, we are back. Players, you are now making your way back to the gates. As you make your way, you do see the hole that was left within one of the rock faces from the aforementioned spike.
Gearfried will pop the scroll and he'll message Galahad. We've arrived at the front gate.
You notice the gates open once more.
Wait,
All right, here we go.
sorry, I have a question here.
For
Couldn't
for
you
me,
have
or
made an arrangement? For you, yes. Couldn't you have made an arrangement for Cogfrey to go and handle that?
potentially, but I'm not necessarily one to talk back when it comes to my master's orders. I
Ah,
don't take very well to it.
and that's your relationship with him. Good to know.
I'm still trying to gain status. Let's go.
Mm.
Gearfried's going to just lockstep walk in.
As you enter, you would notice that Gearfried, again, this would be more impactful to you. From what you used to remember from the tunnels, a lot has changed, as if there's been alterations to accommodate this massive influx of people. Particularly, you notice that the workshop no longer really looks like a workshop as you get closer. All of the benches and everything have been moved so that everybody can find safe places to be secured. It's
So
been
is the
altered
entire like
into
neighborhood.
yeah, it's basically been turned into like a really large fallout shelter, in a sense.
Oh, Natar be damned. He's been doing some work. This is what he's been up to while I've been gone.
The stars looks around. Does it still look like it's been sort of like suddenly thrown together, like unexpectedly, or has this been a long-term adjustment to this workshop?
So, the changes, give me a general perception check before I give out too much
Okay.
information.
Hmm.
Perception?
Gearfried, you would notice that some areas seem more planned, others do seem like they were improvised on the fly like yesterday. Ceres, with your 12, you would see that some of it, a lot of it looks as if there was some pre-planning to it, though you're not skilled enough to tell whether or not it looks as if it was a rush job. Zarya, it looks wonderful. You did a really good job.
Yep. Masterful.
So as we're walking by, are there like? So I assume that, like he's turned. So he's turned the entire like neighborhood into a fallout shelter, essentially.
Yeah, and you would notice that there are some statues that are standing guard in case anybody had gotten in. So things like gargoyles and stuff like that, you would see occasionally flinching, or not flinching, but flexing and moving as if on guard.
And are there any people around?
You would see at least 200 people within this neighborhood.
Just all like
Should we
taking shelter.
Yes, and a lot of them are, it's a mix between short and tall folk. So those more tall folk are not as comfortable, some might say.
Can we have brought we brought the alive but unconscious people in here, right?
I was going to assume that, but I can ask you if you did.
Saris would have insisted on it.
Yeah, we would have driven Carpe Diem up to the doors and then like brought the bodies with us.
So, yes, you would have those individuals with you.
They're sure we could carry them.
Once more, Galahad will approach. Ah, so these are the individuals you've been traveling.
Yes, Master. Allow me to introduce the Dapper Dans.
Saris rolls her eyes and just shakes her head. No.
Did that sound name?
Actually, Levin is in lockstep with Saris on this one.
Well, literally
Oh.
2 Dapper Dans, and he's already met them.
How do you say that with a straight face?
We don't. Only he says it.
Okay, well, which of you then is Dan?
Literally none of us.
Okay,
And who are you?
I'm Galahad. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Yes. Pleasure.
Elbow Saris.
Master, that is the healer or the religious one I had mentioned.
He's going to eye you up and down. Saris, give me a percentage on what your HP is.
I don't know because when I leveled up and you reset my sheet, it put me back to full. I
darn.
assume I'm hurt. So, because I have not healed since the fight, I was probably at around a little less than 50% hit points.
Yeah.
Judging by
He
the
should-
amount of healing I did.
He's gonna hit you, he's gonna look you up and down, and he's just going to toss a potion of greater healing. He's just gonna pull it almost presumably out of nowhere.
She will catch it and hand it over to Zarya. Hey, Gav.
Can I tell that Saris is hurt?
Oh yeah, everyone can tell Sarah's
I mean,
hurt.
it's
She's
not-
covered in blood.
Yeah.
And also, you know she's gotten
well,
into the habit of letting herself bloodletting so that she can heal others. Like, you know that's been her MO lately.
Uses necromancy.
Yeah,
to heal.
Yeah, I'll hand it back to her and say, no, you were given a gift as a resource. Use it.
Sure.
You got hurt.
I'll just, tuck this away for later.
No, you are drinking it now.
I am not drinking this potion.
You are drinking the potion.
And as they're bickering with each other, he's going to begin to eye the members of the Dapper Dans that he hasn't met. Levin, you're going to notice that he just kind of hones in on your crossbow. You seem to maintain your weapons quite well. Military, yes?
They're the tools that I work with, and I respect them. No, not military.
Your,
He's a
phys- your physique and stance seems to scream military. But, okay. And he's not going to pry any further, but you do notice that he is kind of curious.
Well, pardon me. You are referred to as Master Galahad, correct?
Aye, that is me.
Good day to you. I go by Levin. We've only just met, and I have a great personal favor to ask of you.
How can I help you, young one?
He's gonna turn towards Gearfried. Punch him.
And you're just going to see a smile cross his face. And he is just going to launch forward and make attack against Gearfried.
Can
What
I
the
try to
fuck?
Can I try and catch that fist with my hand so that he doesn't hit Gearfried?
I will allow it.
Only because I only
Can
asked
I
him normally.
help?
I wouldn't offer, but Levin actually said punch him, which was like a tee up for that. So Saris might have some forewarning.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna treat this as a grappling check. So give me I'm gonna roll a strength against your dexterity to see if you're able to block it.
Use athletics
help.
for grappling. Can I use athletics?
I will allow it.
Yay!
Help action.
Oh fuck. Well,
Help action.
12 is my number.
Do I
All right,
not
he's got a
give you
25.
advantage with help action?
Fennec's gonna silvery barbs him.
I love that this is what I've introduced.
You're gonna notice that he's gonna use a reaction and counterspell.
What?
I think he's got some wizard levels.
So, with that, you are not able to stop him, you are not able to silvery barbs him, and he is going to make his attack against Gearfried.
Would he be able to still punch if he was counterspelling?
Yes.
Only requires a free hand at most if he requires somatic components.
Yeah.
I was just asking.
He can. He can easily do it.
He is going to make contact. He's not going to do damage because he's going to technically miss, but he's going to cinematically make contact. But it's going to be one of those, like, scratches across the chin like he kind of tripped. As if everybody was getting in his way.
Gearfried did not flinch and was perfectly willing to take that, by the way. He was
Okay.
just standing like...
So if you did not resist at all, you're still not going to take damage, but he is going to make full contact with you.
Good hit, Master.
Now, why did I hit him?
2 reasons. 1, to evaluate his current upgrades with his armor. And second, because of his proclivity for recklessness.
Well, that one
With
I can
that,
understand.
I'm in a position of working with him as a peer, and as such, I can reprimand him, but I cannot physically strike him.
Fair enough.
As Levin mentioned,
What is that in the rule book? I fucking would hit any of you at any time.
as Levin says the word proclivity for recklessness, and that's why he hit him, Fennec's going to immediately move behind Saris.
You think you're
Because if
safe
that's the
there?
criteria, Fennec's screwed.
No. I think Levin's made it pretty clear. Because he's working with you, he's not going to attack you.
No, I know, but he's giving orders for people to attack me.
Oh no, he made it a request.
Also, the difference is, however much Gearfried may talk up Galahad, he's not going to strike anybody else because you're not his student.
Oh, okay.
So ultimately, your reaction is your reaction, but meta-wise, he's disciplining his student.
He's a very polite man otherwise.
And this is why Levin specifically went to somebody who's in charge of Gearfried. This is a military
just
officer
pay
basically
Zarya
complaining to a
that.
superior.
You could just pay Zarya to do that. She'll do it for you.
But
It's a
with
business
that,
relationship.
Fennec, you are still going to be kind of hiding behind Saris at this moment.
Yep.
And Galahad is just going to tisk tisk. Are you causing trouble for people, my disciple? Who taught you to be so burdensome? Sorry, hard word.
Trouble
Yeah,
tends
just-
to find us, Master. But before any of this, forgive me for the interruption. Is my family, my mother and father, are
Yes, they trusted me enough to come in. For some reason, some people don't want to trust a hard ass.
Gearfried visibly like there a lot of tension just kind of let up in Gearfried. Like you'll see, like he noticeably his shoulders kind of slink a little bit.
Pat on the back.
I can't say much about those brothers of yours. I lost track of them a while back when they left. Hopefully, this hasn't passed any sorts of Karnathi borders and war hasn't started.
I should hope not. Axe was traveling the last time. We met them over in a city name. When we went back, Axe had already taken off, I think, to come back here. So if he's not back, then I don't know what to make of that. But he's a big boy; he can handle himself. We did come here for more than just a swift hello. We have been, well, actually, there are things we need to discuss that would be better discussed in a place where we will not be listened upon. If part of your lab is warded, then we should probably go there.
Yes, I understood what you meant when you mentioned it earlier. I'm not dim-witted. Come. And he's going to start leading you towards the heart of his workshop where his smithing tools and furnaces are. Where
When he
most
says he's
of
not dim-witted, Ceres mutters under her breath, "Oh, a bold assertion."
he's just
By the way, if Ceres keeps fighting her about the potion, Dario will try and force feed it to her. Just a little
Okay.
bit of the bickering will end.
We'll come back to that one. Cyrus, based on
Okay.
your response, he did hear you, and you're just going to hear a chuckle as he keeps going. But yes, we'll come back to that force feeding later on. You are now following him into the heart of the workshop. The temperature is increasing. As you all enter, you're going to see that a spell kind of comes up, crossing up, and closing the room off. Those of you who have any telepathic spells, should you have reached out with your mind, would not be able to connect to anything outside of this room.
I feel like if it's like the temperature is increasing, Zari is just a little bit more uncomfortable. I think because she is resistant to cold, so I think cold is her like preferred climate. So this is just like a little uncomfortable for her.
Yeah, for you, it's a steam room.
Yeah, not enjoying this, not having a fun time.
Now, tell me what you need to tell me.
There is a lot that we've gotten into, and the short version is that we might be in the middle of war plans or an invasion plan. The long version, and then Gearfried is going to go into the entire spiel of pretty much everything he has done with the group. He will mention their initial run-ins with the Cult of the Emerald Claw. He will mention he won't mention stealing the Declaration of Independence. He's not going to mention that part. But he will specifically bring up the fact that Maylee was traveling with us. She had been with the group before Gearfried had. He will mention that Caius had an interest in her. He won't say why, even though he knows the dragon mark. He's going to hold that part back too. But he will say that in addition, once they were spying on them. That's why they came here. And that the when they just dealt with the Karnathi army just now, the forces, he saw members of the Cult of the Emerald Claw that either looked like they had summoned or been observing Caius as he was destroying the town.
At the mention of the sorcerers or the casters on the mountain, you're going to see a grim expression across his face. And if they're there, it means they were counting the dead. It's how the recruitments work. Their next step is going to be animation.
Right. Additionally, there was a individual that I mentioned earlier. I alluded to him. In addition to all of the everything we've been up to, an acquaintance of ours that we've been tracking went missing. We knew he was heading east, and that he had passed beyond Karnath's borders. Shot in the dark. Do you know a man named Ramos Stewart? DM, your mic is not making noise.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can.
Okay, because I hadn't started responding yet. I just wanted to double check. Runsitter. Name sounds... Yes. I do remember it.
Metal Leg?
Metal Leg. One of my interesting designs.
You made his leg.
Indeed. He was
Okay,
proud of that leg.
Have you had any correspondence with him recently?
I know he had sent word that he might attempt to drop by. If I see him, one time on top of the visits we had on manufacturing the leg, he was planning on making his way out here.
Well, he went missing, in service of, I assume, House Orion. Do I have that right? Above table? Was it House Orion he was working with?
You were initially brought in by because not by House Orion. Specifically, you found out that he was missing through, I believe, the government house, when you were inquiring about him. For why he was there, you've never been given a straight answer. So you have your own inferences, and if you assume them, it's the Orion House. But as for Ramos and his connections, you don't have much to go on.
Ramos was involving himself in Dragonmark politics, I assume, and is now currently missing. He's in Karnath, that much we know. He sent us a coded message mentioning something about birds flying off.
Well, are those all the messages you've had from him? Just the one?
Saris? Saris, you've been the one he's been speaking with. What has Ramos messaged you?
Says all the messages he provided
Wow.
in their weird cryptic arrangements.
I would say he was trying to say things in a way that if somebody was listening to his thoughts, it would seem crazy.
Success.
And you all know nothing about this man, yes? Besides...
We owe him a favor. We need to return a package to him.
Question.
Ooh.
Did you, Gearfried, mention what Caius said to you to Galahad?
Yeah. Yes, I would have mentioned it.
So, hearing that in tandem with some of the messages that were received, specifically one, Saris, if you remember, mentioned that he felt weird and that there were 7 others that had been taken off. I believe it was 7. You notice that his face, again, grows darker. I fear things are worse than one might assume.
We assume they're
Why?
pretty bad.
Well, if sacrifices are arriving, have you ever heard of dragon marks?
No, please tell me more.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Okay, he is inciting you, and he is just going to kind of shoot a glare towards you. Young one, now's not the time. As for an aberrant dragon mark, they are manifestations of dragon marks that are not naturally occurring. They can be done by emotion or by force. So if one is making sacrifices, you could assume that one knows how to make these marks. If that's the case, they already have at least 7 people to offer up.
Are you suggesting that they want to sacrifice Ramos?
Well, according to you, sacrifices will arrive to undo the wrongs. Did anybody mention Lady Amaro to him?
Nope.
Who?
Lady Ilmaro. Ilmaro.
Who's
Ilmaro,
that?
however it's pronounced, I apologize.
Googler.
Ultimately, she
It's hard to explain, but
meta-wise, she is a lich who is from the House of Death, the Mark of Death. She is the first within that. She is a half-dragon, half-elf. She was killed about 2,000 years ago within game, and in response to her death, she was turned into a lich. Being turned into a lich, she was disconnected from the power of her Mark of Death. And that is the very, very abridged version.
yeah.
The very abridged version.
What do we have to do with her?
Well,
Took melee.
ultimately, first and foremost,
She took melee?
the daughter has arrived.
Oh, that's her mom.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
So-
know that.
So,
Or a
Did you-
very long removed granddaughter, but given her age and whatnot.
A descendant.
in one way, shape, or form. Ultimately,
have they-
did those of you who, because ultimately, at least 2 to 3 of you have heard the term their lady and have connected it to Lady Amaro. Has anybody mentioned this threat?
I think Zarya canonically does not know. That's so much.
Yeah, I think
Doesn't
Gearfried would
know.
also. I think that was all before Gearfried joined.
No, these were actually some of the more recent developments.
Oh,
Yeah, this is stuff from the Emerald Claw.
Then Gearfried would mention being the student and kissing Galahad's ass as much as he can. He'll essentially say he'll bring it up the Lady Ilmara connection.
Well, that's quite disturbing.
Say, especially if she is a descendant. How long? I know your expertise is artifice, but do stories speak of how long it would take for someone to trigger an aberrant mark through sacrifice?
Well, the aberrant mark would have already. If she's using them as sacrifices, she's draining their life force so that she can't be. So she can no longer be a lich.
How long is this going to take?
Depends. And give me a moment because I just need to pull up some information real quick. For instance, a spell like this to reverse the Lich would require many components, and he's going to turn and he's going to start looking through his library. And he's going to pull out a scroll that looks quite weathered. Sliding it out, you're going to see writing that you've seen in the past when looking at the Draconic Prophecy. Well, some of these might include dragon scales, a ritual staff, and crystals of Sybaris.
Do those ring any bells for us?
Absolutely.
Considering that we literally just encountered a dragon outside of Argonisson.
Well, yes, the crystals of
Well-
you said Sybaris?
On top of that, you would remember
Sybaris, yes.
back a ways. There was a certain bard that had scars that looked like scales.
Oh, right.
Yes, the social commentary towards Fennec.
He had they were carving scales out of him. Out of his skin.
Well, rest in pieces.
Wait.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
No, he's not
We
dead.
actually saved him.
Why
Not
were they
dead yet.
carving scales out of his skin?
Opponents. Removing
DM, can I
unshed
ro-
scales would come with necessary cutting.
DM, can I roll a check to see how much I would know about dragons?
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Can I use an inspiration?
You can.
I only have
That
the
sounds
one.
like more of a flash. That sounds like also flash of genius necessary. Or not.
With a 26, you know that you would have read many books on dragons that exist, and some of the legends that are connected are their desire to hide amongst the mortal kind, often changing form.
Hey, that bard, the first time you met him, he was a human, wasn't he?
Dwarf?
He was a
He
dwarf the
when
first
I
time,
met him.
Yeah, the first time we met him, he was a dwarf.
and then the second time you met him, he was an elf.
He transformed.
Sure. Not unusual.
Right,
In
but they were
Shaw?
I don't think that was a man. I think that was a dragon.
That's stupid.
He can change form. He had a spotless reputation. People loved him. Sounds like
Well,
someone who's
don't
very
catch mistakes.
charismatic. Well, they were carving scales out of him. So
But
either
could
I'm
be for
thinking
memories.
could be, but it could also be that I said that it is a long shot, I'll admit, because that would mean that they captured a dragon and he couldn't do anything about it, but maybe it's a young dragon? I don't know.
I don't know.
But anyway, they
Dragon.
were carving scales out of him. So I figure if they are looking for dragon scales. By the way, we should. And Gearfried's gonna look at Galahad. You may want to have your retrieval units bring in the large dragon that is currently dead outside of the or in what used to be the outer town.
Dead take priority. Then we'll take care of the dragon. Unfortunately, especially with the death of my prized creation, you're going to see him shed a tear. I'm running low. I haven't had a chance to start reconstructing new autonomous robots.
Potato,
can't
potato,
speak.
potato, potato.
Automatons.
potato,
Thank you. I give up. I quit. Robots. Go.
No. Automaton.
Oh my god, I can't believe I couldn't say the word.
Automata.
Autonomous. I'm not.
Autonomous.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Hey, robots.
Robots.
Also, love that he didn't shed a tear about the actual people, but the robot he does.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well, they're his children. He made them himself.
Exactly.
If there were actual children. Oh god, were there actual children?
Yes. Very likely.
Oh.
This is a residential town.
Yeah, lots of death.
Also, Master, I don't know if this is of note. The package that that Ramos had us delivering, or had us picking up, was a parcel for him. It may have been a colleague of yours, but he was having another artificer craft something for him. It was in Middle Dura, or no, sorry, Lower Dura in Sharn? Question mark? Is it Sharn?
Yes.
Sharn? In
Yep.
Sharn.
Unless you could provide me with a name, I don't. But I'm
Uh,
sure he couldn't
well-
go exclusively to me. He doesn't. We don't have that type of relationship.
Right. I don't know if would you recognize the handiwork if you saw him. I can't off the top of my head remember the name.
I suppose.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember the name?
You can. Then I have to pull up my NPC list. Give me a moment.
Hey, that's 25.
All right. Curse you and your good rolls. Give me a moment. I need my NPC list. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Doo-ba-doo-boo. So many folders.
I can just also. It doesn't
All right.
sound like he.
Okay, that would be Temblewimble. He was a gnome
Temblewimble?
mage, right? Yep.
Temblewimble and Lower Door and Sharn. If he's of any note at all.
I do remember Temblewimble. He was an apprentice last I met him. A short little thing. Quite talented.
He's
But-
opened his own shop.
Good for him.
Well, the only reason I was asking about it is because I retrieved a parcel meant for Ramos from him, but we've yet to encounter Ramos, so I haven't been able to part with it quite yet.
Well, all I know is Ramos isn't very well liked in certain spheres here in Karnad.
I get the feeling that he's got a big target on his back wherever he goes.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we're still kind of navigating through the dark at the moment. Our main concern, after everything is all said and done, we want to get our friends back. But our main primary concern, I feel, has to be dealing with this undead army and its source, because that seems to be the driving force of everything. Have there been any rumors in Karnath as to activity about the Cult of the Emerald Claw? Or perhaps anything that the true King Caius has been trying to convey to the people?
Let me tell you this. I only got wind of recruitment 10 hours ago. I had 10 hours to prepare. And that's with my resources. So, if the people don't know, things are moving that are not necessarily official Karnath.
Sorry, can you say that last part again?
It's not official, because if the people don't know, it's not necessarily official means.
That's troubling. Gearfried will turn to the rest of the party, and he's going to say, my knowledge of greater world politics outside of Karnath is very limited. Are we going to
Yes.
have to fucking kill the king?
Does he threaten the world? Is he in our way?
It seems to me like some sort of authority is driving recruitment. We were just in the capital, and they seem to be well aware of the recruitments that were going on. They even informed us as such as we were leaving.
I mean, it's Karnath. I assume that you're always recruiting.
Well, they usually
Why
recruit
waste a
off
good
of
cemetery?
They usually recruit off of the dead soldiers that they claim in combat, or the dead soldiers that they initially lose. Recycling. You lose one, you have it up for a second round. They don't typically go for the common folk, because the common folk are how you make more soldiers.
Well, I mean, technically, yes. That they are making more soldiers.
Put it like this. Their philosophies, as far as I've been alive, have mirrored those of most game hunters. You don't kill the does, you don't kill the fawns, you only kill the bucks. Think of, even in the case of recruitments, they don't go after women and children. There's no reason to. You need them to grow up so that they can become soldiers, or birth more soldiers.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Nope.
I feel we need to kill King Caius regardless because, well, seems like the type of person you need to die.
I can't say I disagree, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, fuck. Where are we standing on this? Is Caius involved or isn't he? I mean, the current
He's attacked
standing,
us
sitting.
twice. He is
No,
clearly
sorry.
involved.
So,
All right.
just
We
to
need-
make the
We need to
distinction,
differentiate.
you know that there is a distinct difference between Caius III and Caius I.
All right.
So you do
From this
know that there
moment-
is at least that distinct distinction between the two monarchs.
I'm specifically referring to Trey.
Okay.
So, I'm not certain that King Caius III, who will henceforth be referred to as Trey, is the one who is involved. We know that Caius is involved. We've seen him thrice now. Is it certain that Trey, the current leader, the current ruler of Karnath, is involved in all this. Because his own people are being attacked in this effort, and it doesn't seem like there's a reason to it.
I mean, there's clearly a reason to it for him. Do we need to know the reason to know he's amassing a pile of innocent dead
Well,
people?
Refresh me.
Arguably something worse than just killing them.
Well, refresh me. Before I joined up with the Dans, what was the business that you had encountered the Cult of the Emerald Claw initially?
We hadn't.
I thought you had encountered Mei Li because of an undead army.
We didn't
So-
know there was a connection to the Emerald Claw.
So, the initial one was they were attacked by shadows and I believe a cultist on the way over. That's when, after they got back, Melee attempted to walk away and ran away, and then was followed by Saris, etc., etc. Tune in to season 1 for all of those details.
I don't recall that we got any information, looked up any information regarding the identity of the cultist or his affiliations.
No, and even if there was, you didn't know to look for it at that time.
Yeah,
Wasn't
we just
there-
killed some cultists.
But wasn't there some mention of an undead army very early on?
There was an undead army moving around in New Seer, and the king of New Seer wanted Mei Li, and we said fuck you, and we left, and I think we let New Seer get conquered by an undead army.
Yep, and then it was moving eastward towards, I believe, it was going straight, not necessarily towards Breland. It was going towards the country north.
Thrain.
Onder?
Yep. It was either Onder or Thrain. It's been a while, and I'd have to really go back into my notes for all of that detail.
It probably would have been Thrain, would have been more in the way, but Onder's on the path too, if they keep going.
Yeah, but it was heading to one of those, not towards Breland, in that general direction.
Another reason Saris didn't care.
Okay. Now I need to bring up a map to myself.
Hold on, do you want me to pull up the map in the game?
Oh, that would be splendiferous. Thank you.
All right, let me load that up.
I guess, just put simply above table, what I'm curious about is Karnath. Is the undead army that is being led by the lady that controls the Mark of Death, is that originating in Karnath?
Are you asking above table?
Yes, above table. Do we
Yes.
know that?
Yes, you have
Okay.
enough information to know that it's been originated in Karnath. So specifically, you would know that when you were in the two major cities, those would be Korth and when you went through Brannock, neither of those cities had any thoughts of war preparation. In fact, Levin specifically, I believe in Korth, was paid a shit ton of gold to stand watch because they were in that complacent state. It wasn't until you got to Atur that you noticed a genuine military presence.
So the military presence was increasing the further south we went?
Yes. And then from Atur, Friedekin was then being used as a recruitment area.
Notably, not something that is happening into the capital, or seems to be aware of in the capital. I think someone's planning a coup.
Maybe. I don't mean to sound conspiratorial.
No,
Do you
tell.
think they've been spying on us for some time? Do you think this was a kill two birds with one stone situation?
I think whenever we die is convenient for them.
No, I mean, do you think that Gearfried's going to, point to his shoulder pauldrons, which are currently blank, and Galahad might have noticed that at this point. I should be wearing his symbol. Gearfried's going to point to his bare shoulder and be like, I usually wear the symbol of Galahad's family. If they saw that I only took them off recently, they could have known that Galahad had some connection to the people that were traveling with Mei Li.
I mean, I'm sure that might help if you've claimed an allegiance to them, but I don't think the heavy recruitment in the eastern part of Karnath is necessarily tied to a grudge against you.
I'm not
I think
saying I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that I think it might have just been that they were going to do it someplace anyway, but they could have done it here specifically as a measure of, well, while we're in the area, we may as well threaten them.
Sure, but I
Essentially
think
saying that they can get to the people that we know. They have the means, they have the resources.
given how
And
poorly
that
defended
they
this
would do
village
so
was.
with an army.
Well, like I said, while they were in the area.
I mean, given how poorly defended this village was, I assume they were probably going to sweep through anyway and scoop up all the goodies they could.
DM, what direction did the army come from?
You would have no way of gauging.
Well, we came from the north, so we know it didn't come from there.
Yes,
It
but
could have.
because
It could have if they were ahead of us.
that's
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, you don't really, because they were already there for at least an hour before you. You're not able to really, because for all you know, most of them could have even teleported.
Well, I do have a way to figure this out.
Okay,
Galahad,
go ahead.
what direction did this army come from?
I see. They kind of came on us. Some flew demons from the east, from the woods, along with the dragon, and some of the armies. Again, once they began the attack, my main point was to save as many as I could. Despite, of course, the belief that there was a lack of security.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Caius teleported away, so teleporting an entire army in seems like a bit overkill, and like would require a massive amount of magic. But right now, we're still limited to somewhere in Korth or Karnath as to where our friends might be. Does anyone else have any grand ideas?
Nope.
Oh.
Kind of half hoping he'd be here. But if he is, he's clearly been moved on.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask? Or rather, would anybody would like to ask?
No.
Gearfried, I guess, would just ask one more. Yeah, on a measure of just being like, we're still on the move looking for our friends, but do you need our help with everything?
As you ask that, he's about to answer when a flash kind of appears in his face. It seems like corpses are moving.
What?
And you're going to hear him utter a command, and it is going to be in the kobold language.
Kobolds speak Draconic.
Okay, so Draconic. Anybody
Okay.
who speaks Draconic would be able to understand him saying, "Capture."
What's happening, Master?
And that's where we're going to end for this session. Till then, check in next time, check in on all of our past episodes, and check out the merch store. Like, subscribe, support, and we'll catch you next week. Have a nice night, all.
Yay!
Oh, the playlist I'm listening to just transitioned.